Hi, any Patreons or channel members watching this on the replay. Thank you for your continued support.
I wasn't sure where to look when it started. It went like this.
Right, is the stream catching up?
I believe so.
So your computer's ahead of mine, isn't it?
Huh.
Anyway, whatever. Pomodorino's in the house. Hello to you. Why am I near the edge and you're in the middle? Let me get more like here.
Just ourselves.
The bigger Melhead's in the house. And he's landed a new job today. Tell us all about that, the vegan Metalhead.
Round of applause.
Richard Benham's here. Lovely. Angarad's life is here. Follow her on the tubes. She's blinking brilliant, if you ask me. The cat's here. Oh, Connor Fennell just subscribed. Welcome to the channel, Connor. If you want to get involved this early on in the stream, I don't know if you're more of an introvert or an extrovert, but we like to welcome everyone to the stream. And Sammy just subscribed. Guys, if you want to introduce yourselves, like where you're from, how's the vegan scene, or even if you are vegan, perhaps you're vegan curious, just tell us a little bit about you if you want to. We just like to welcome everyone onto the stream. We have a real close-knit community, don't we, madam?
Yeah.
It's nice. Maybe you're more of an observer, which is fine also. Observers from Fringe.
It was a good show.
That was a good show. Purple Piplup is here.
Hello.
Hi, Purple Piplup. And our good friend Andre. Thanks for joining. Valse music. That's not for me. Oh, yes, it is. 25 miles. Not here. Why I know. Miso Grace Beyond Burger for lunch. My waste time will not forgive me. Don't. Vegan Mooncat's in the house. Hello to you, kind sir. Great stream last night. That was amazeballs.
That was.
That was a lot of fun. Lorraine Edie's in the house. Tree, thoughts on the new James Aspie controversy? I've got no idea about it, and I'm really not interested. I'm too busy doing the stuff, trying to save the animals, save humans. I can't be bothered about it, to be honest. Yeah. Maybe when I hear what it is, like maybe I would be more bothered, but I've not heard, so I don't know. Cookie Hecker's in the house. Good to see you again. You're often in there now, aren't you? Andre, I meant to say thanks for your response to my blood's problem. Cool stuff to have Dr. B weigh in. Yeah, isn't he good? Old Dr. Bolsewicz. Do you guys know the Gut Health MD, or Dr. B as he's known? Gut Health MD on Instagram. If you're interested in gut microbiome, he's actually a gastroenterologist, and he's been doing a lot of research. He's got his book out, Fibre Fueled. Real knowledgeable guy, and really friendly as well. Real friendly. He says he wants to pop over to the UK like when he can, so we're hoping to maybe hook up. Benny Green's in the house. Good to see you, my friend. I've met him IRL. He's a delight. Sound is good. Lovely. Andre, Gemma's loving your shirt dress. Looks like a bandana. Neat. It does look a bit like a bandana, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a dress. Thank you.
He's addressed your dress. Cassie Harris is here. Lovely to see you. Lestrange is also here. Ambiverts. Good point. And good word. Gurdeep's in the house. Oh no, not the vaccine. Oh no. No. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Lorraine is... Oh, about comparing what we do to animals to the Holocaust. Well, of course, Holocaust means mass murder, so mass slaughter. So
what's the...
It should be called mega Holocaust.
Yeah, what's the controversy? Is it vegans don't like him saying it, or non-vegans, or...
I'm going to guess it's non-vegans. And then you've got that... I always forget his name. Herschaft guy. There is actually a guy who survived Auschwitz who's vegan, who uses the same terminology. So if he's not got a problem with it, I can't see why anyone who was not there should have a problem with it. Do you know what I mean? It's disgusting, really. Stacey Langley, evening. How was your weekend? How was our weekend?
What did we do? Is it Monday?
It was delightful.
Yeah, what did we do? It's hard to remember now. Oh, we had a bit of downtime.
Saturday, we had a day off of social media. We just had some... well, I'm not going to go into it, but if you guys know us, and and kind of certain things. We were doing some kind of spiritual practices to enhance our consciousnesses.
Expand our minds and our consciousness.
So that was very interesting. That was a really cool experience. And then yesterday, just catching up with odds and ends, really.
Yeah.
When you lose like a whole day, like it takes so long to catch up with stuff.
We just don't take whole days off very often, do we? No. If we say we're having a day off, we're still like making Instagram content all day or like whatever. So
not Saturday. Yeah, but Sunday we were.
Yeah. So that was a rare bit of downtime. Want to have a few days off, sort of, at some point, don't we? It's hard,
Tell everyone about the Tony Robbins thing you do.
Well, I don't want to get in trouble, but as long as you don't tell anyone. There's this new World, New You challenge he's got on Facebook as a group, and for 5 days in a row, he's putting out a video, and you follow along, and it's all about changing your life. And if anyone knows him, you'll know he's the man. He's the man
with the Midas touch.
That's him.
A spider's touch.
So he can just change your life. But I didn't want to do the 5 days in a row right now where he's putting the videos out live, so I may have screen grabbed them for later. So we're going to take 5 days in a row at some point, aren't we, to work our way through that video series.
Was it like an hour and a half's worth a day?
An hour and a half, an hour and a half to 3 hour video, but it's not all him. Some of it's preamble, etc. And then there's some worksheets where you can, go along with it and think about your vision of the future and how you're going to achieve it and all that great stuff. So
and there's all other kind of experts on there as well, isn't there? Like a body alignment guy and all things like that.
So if anyone wants to look that up, it's on Facebook, New World, New You Challenge. And you can grab the videos off there before they're all gone, if you're sneaky.
Right. Motorhead fan Joe, good evening. How was your weekend? So that's you've just heard. You just heard.
We said that.
And how was yours? Thor Scandinavia, cool name. Just wanted to say thank you for the awesome impact you have on the collective mind. Nice role model to have both brain, heart, and balls. Thank you, my friend. That's very kind of you to say so. Richard Benham, does Cowboy like the snow?
No.
We did have some snow, yeah.
Snowed a bit. She was trying to get it through the glass window, which was really cute. And then I opened the back door, went out, and was really cool in her. And she sat at the door for a while. She got a bit of snow on her and went, how they shake around, shook her head and then ran off indoors. Oh no, not going out to that. That's really funny. So no, she does not like the snow. She won't even go out if it's really cold or windy. She's spoiled.
Alex Hershoff, that's him. 3, that's him. Cully Horrocks is in the house. Good to see you. Mooncat, I just got a copyright strike on a video because the copyright holder said they did not like me using the track over footage of suffering animals, otherwise they would let it stay up and take a cut. Wow. I bet they cause the suffering of animals, so if they don't like you using the track over that, they shouldn't be causing that, should they? Oh, that's a nuisance, isn't it? And I guess you probably know, Mooncat, but as long as you don't get another strike in the next short time, then do you? Oh no, that's we got something, didn't we? We've had a few copyright strikes, but no real issues. Oh, have I got one that's permanent, like a warning?
Yeah, you got one permanent.
It's 3 strikes and you're out, isn't it? And I've got one stuck on there because I took Joe Rogan on and they didn't like it when Game Changers was doing really well. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Mooncat. Andre, about how much do you spend on food in a week? We're now sort of really looking at this because typically, I don't really look at prices and we just
get what we want.
I've been getting whatever we want, but we've been spending very close to our means, and the last couple of months, of course, is always very quiet. So we thought that we should try better to not have to work so hard and, have
Save
a bit of
some money.
balance, save a bit of money and have maybe a little bit more,
We'd like to move out, wouldn't
a
we,
little
as
bit
well?
of time.
From
Yeah,
this
we want
noisy
to
flat.
move house, which is going to be expensive. So,
So
have you got any handle on that?
so I was looking at it, and of course before we'd buy some stuff cash, some cards, all different shops, through the month. It was hard to track. But the last few months, because of COVID, everything's been card and like online pretty much. So it was much easier to track. And I looked at it and it averaged like about £1,000 a month. That is a ridiculous amount. That's for all the, food related and drink related things.
What's that in US dollars? About $700?
Yeah,
I don't know what it is Canadian, I'm afraid.
I think. No, it'd be more. It'd be more dollars. It wouldn't be less. It'd be more, wouldn't it?
Oh, of course it would. Yeah, it'd be about 140.
$1,400 would it? Or?
Yeah, sorry. $1,400 US probably a month.
Something like that. And we just thought that's ridiculous. Like we can't keep doing that. But when I looked at it, I sort of bear in mind like the amount of calories that we eat in a day. So I eat about 2,500, 600. How many do you eat? 4,000, 5,000?
4.3.
So between us, we eat the amount of calories that a family would eat. So when I kind of looked at it like that and then divided it up, if we ate, say, 2,000 or a smaller amount, like it didn't seem quite so ridiculous. But we just spend a lot of money on food. So this month, we've so far, it's looking like we're going to be down to about £800. And that feels a lot better, but it still feels like a lot. But we don't even buy organic food or anything, but we just buy a lot of whole plant foods, don't we?
We look to have a good range and good quality as well.
Exactly, yeah.
Cassie is making the Raw Millionaire's shortbread for our dessert
nice.
book. Thank you. Who else has made it? And what's everyone's favourite recipe from the book? So I will agree with you. Raw Millionaire's shortbread, that's my fave.
Yeah, that's in my top like 3 or something. That is a good recipe. Yeah, I love it. Also, my favourite is the cheesecake. We think about making that apple pie. Who would like to see the apple pie as
That's
a recipe
delicious.
video for the channel sometime in the next few days? That's what we're thinking about doing, isn't it?
Yeah. A, I think that would make a great video and do well. And B, I really want to eat it.
Yeah. Oh, and but when Andre was asking about food, how much do you guys spend a week on food? I'm really interested. How much do you spend for how many people? Yeah. And thanks for your support with the book, Cassie. It's really kind.
Cookie Hacker, streams are amazing. Yes, indeed they are.
You're on to us.
Val's music. Paul and Gemma, do you make homemade popsicles? I want to see a video about how making healthy eating ice lollies.
I actually tried to make a recipe to go in the desserts cookbook, but in the end it was just... I thought that, I liked what I was making, so I would just blend up like fruit, like mango and different things and, freeze it. But it wasn't sweet enough. You'd think it would be, but...
The fudgesicles are in our cookbook, they're great.
Yeah, so instead of just going for like some, what do you call them, like a lolly, I decided to go for something like creamier kind of thing. So not so lolly-ish, more, a fudgesicle. So it's got like...
I think you're describing 2 different things. It's lolly. I mean, that is a lolly, isn't it? But
yeah,
you're thinking of like a fruit lolly, aren't you?
Yeah, so we don't really make fruit lollies because really you need like even just a little maple syrup or something just to make it sweet enough, and we'd prefer to not use that. So
But what's in the fudgesicles? Sweet potato, isn't it?
sweet potato, can you believe it? You can't taste it though. Dates, banana, cacao, almond butter. I think that's about it. And
it's in this book. Buy it. It's great. Just $4.99 for the rest of January.
Oh, like
Give
another
us
week.
your money.
The peanut butter. It is peanut butter, not almond butter. But I didn't mean to say that. The sweet potato kind of holds it together so that it doesn't melt everywhere when you eat it. It's just like magic. It's very cool. I'll be making some of those more in the summer. It's too cold for that right now.
Thanks, Thor. You're great. I like you. I really don't want to talk about vaccines because it's so divisive, and this is about vegan health and nutrition and
Yeah, people can get very upset about
Yeah,
it.
I just can't be asked. Fighting for Animals. Hey guys, can you research a campaign called Reclaiming Whales? It's happening at Knowsley Safari Park, disguised as conservation, but they're actually encouraging trapping grey squirrels to kill them.
Oh,
B words.
that's bad. What can we do about it?
Let's go down there and kick their heads in.
Is there a petition, or is there more direct action happening? Yeah, let us know if there's stuff going on. If you know.
Oh, they last for 90 days, but 3 at once. And yeah, that's it. Oh, I'm glad you're not in a sort of serious, quick jeopardy. Mark Cossey's in the house. Vegan Realist, good to see you. Pomodorino's up for the apple pie.
Nice.
Callie, Aldi is great. We spend £90 on our weekly shop. We actually went to Aldi today. We did a veganuary food haul, and we didn't get a week's worth of shopping or anything, but we got a good amount of stuff, didn't we? Fruits and veggies, bit of grains, legumes, that sort of thing. £33 something. We were amazed at how much we got. Really good value.
Yeah, we've started going more to Aldi and Lidl as opposed to the other supermarkets because it's just a lot cheaper and
just as good products, isn't it?
Yeah, we used to just do all our shopping online, but since COVID, you can't get a slot anymore. It's so hard to get a delivery from most of the major supermarkets. So we've just been doing a walk a lot of days, haven't we? And going past the supermarket so we can tie in some exercise with getting groceries, and that's worked out all right, isn't it?
It didn't work out very well yesterday when we went shopping on a Sunday when the shops were shut.
We went to do. We thought, why is that shut? Walk to another one. Sunday.
Anyway, at least we got a walk in. Andre, well, that's a big food budget. I'm about 900 Canadian, £500
for a family. Jesus.
Mostly fresh veggies. Nice.
We must eat a hell of a lot of fresh produce. It is. It's not hugely expensive fresh produce, but I don't know. You could get a mango and it's £1 or whatever if you're lucky, and then £1 could get you thousands of calories. You could get a big multi-pack of some kind of chocolate bars or something that's way more calories, couldn't you? So yeah, it is, in a way, it can be pricey to eat healthfully. But what is that saying about you pay for produce now, or you pay for your doctor bill later?
Pay the farmer now or the pharmacist later, isn't it?
That's
or something like that.
Yeah.
And Greg's going to be making one of our recipes soon with her mum. Good. I'll look forward to hearing about that. Cassie, maybe one day we could do a stream where we cook or bake along with you. We do have that facility now. We've got a Wi-Fi repeater because the Wi-Fi didn't reach to the kitchen, but we can do that now. Is that something you guys would like? Type yes in the comment section if you would like to do a cook-along stream, or would like to mix the streams up a little bit. We particularly enjoyed Mooncat's stream last night, which was a first on the buzzer type thing, and then a quiz. That was great fun.
Yeah.
And I won, so I was particularly happy. It was rubbish what I was losing. Yeah, let us know what you guys would like. Benny, do you have any more plant-based gains shirts? I need a new one.
I saw that question and I thought, why haven't we got that design yet on our Teespring store?
Right.
We've got.
I was wondering if we did have it on there, but we've not yet.
Vegan Warrior. Maybe we could ask the lovely Andre if he wouldn't mind to help us with that. I think we've got the design, but I don't think it's the right format for me to upload it. So
it's basically sort of. Do they call it collegiate?
I don't know. So to answer your question, hopefully soon, yes, we might have that design again. We've got there's a link in the description below. We've got loads of new designs which we never had before, way more.
Have you seen our Vegan Warrior one, Benny? I reckon that you might like that one. That would suit you down to the ground.
We've got
but we will have plant-based gains again soon. We've got
so many
just
designs.
Women's old stock, haven't we?
Yeah.
Just women's, isn't it?
On the website we've got a few random odd t-shirts left that are down to £6, these organic ones, because
there's no men's plant-based gains, is there?
Do you know there is?
Is there?
There's one left.
Oh wow, what size?
I think it's a small. There's a small left. If small is your size, there's a white plant-based gains on our website. So henchherbivore.com.
I think you might look more like a medium to me.
Okay, they are a generous fit.
Yeah, they are. And they are a generous fit.
Yeah, and there's a veganism, 2 veganisms in small left on the website, and there's loads of other stuff on our Teespring store. There's a kill workouts, not animals. That's a good design. That's new.
Yeah.
Very new.
Phil Hooper, being vegan with type 2 diabetes, any advice? Yeah, cure yourself with a high carb, low fat, whole foods, plant based diet. Get the book, The Program for Reversing Diabetes by Dr. Neil Barnard. Basically, what's going on is you've got some fats inside your muscle cells, so intramyocellular lipids. It's mostly like saturates that do the damage. And by getting them out of there, it's just basically blocking insulin signaling. So, you've got your blood sugar, which you're meant to have. We are carbohydrate burning machines ordinarily. But when we have type 2 diabetes, fat is inside the muscle cells, stopping the glycogen from getting transported, into the target tissue via insulin. And then it gets stuck in the bloodstream. And so people used to mistakenly think that diabetes was a disease of carbohydrate metabolism. It's fat metabolism. So lower fat. I would go no more than about 10% of your calories from fats. And high carb whole foods, whole plant foods. You should be able to reverse it pretty darn quick. One of my clients did it pretty much overnight. And he's a taxi driver, and the NHS, the mainstream medical system here in the UK, they say that it's irreversible, but it's not. It's really not, and he reversed it. But he has to still keep getting his insulin every month, or he's not allowed to drive his taxi. All a bit stupid. But yeah, you don't need to keep suffering with that. Lorraine lost her companion animal and her nan is ill. Let's send some love out to Lorraine, please. Bless her.
Let's have love hearts and anything kind related emojis, etc. in the chat. I'm really sorry to hear that like companion animals are just the best, and it does feel like you're losing like a family member, doesn't it, when they pass? So I'm really sorry to hear that, and I'm wishing your nan all the best. Yeah,
bless you. Stacey Langley, I was telling my mum about your new cookbook and she was amazed. She's coming back on sugar and oil, so you'll help her out when she buys it. Thank you, Stacey.
And there's a super chat.
Oh, super chat. Motorhead fan Joe kindly donated £5 Great British pounds. That's really kind. What are your top 5 favourite whole foods?
Oh, what for taste? Or you'll go health, probably. I know what you're like. You'll say,
health or taste. Health-wise, I'll go flax seeds, kale, some kind of berries. I'll go blueberries, quinoa, and I'll go lentils.
I was thinking you'd do a legume. I'm going to go taste. My favourite whole food taste: potatoes.
They'd be my top 5 for enjoyment. White potatoes.
Mangoes.
And mangoes.
A good watermelon.
Dates. Yeah, medules.
And
papaya maybe for me, or like real sweet papaya.
Where's that green that I really like? Chard. Rainbow chard. I love rainbow chard.
That's high in oxalates, that one.
Yes, I know. But it's a good taste.
You don't have to eat too much, I suppose. I'm going to be hooking up with this new company, Exotic Fruits UK, I think they're called. Exotic Fruits delivery service, next day delivery, anywhere in the UK apparently. Real snazzy fruits, what you've never heard of. Have I told you about this yet?
Yeah.
They
want to hook us up every week with a box or something?
Yeah, he's sorting out a gift basket thing now.
Brilliant.
So that's exciting. Right, if I've missed your comment or question, do pop it back in the chat. But I like to try to keep up to date with things. If Af's in the house, You're welcome, Mooncat, if that was aimed at me. I'm not sure now.
We had about 6 people saying yes to the live cook along.
Okay.
So a few. One idea I had is like, could we do it for the members stream? So we do a members only stream like once a month. So we could put it to the members, like, what would you like?
Is there enough people, and do they all want to
Sure.
do it? Do you know what I mean?
Sure. I see your point.
You're welcome, Benny. George Jones, where do you buy your tempeh? Can't seem to get any at Morrison's. We've got a specialist like Vegan Shop in Norwich, a little shop of vegans. You can definitely get it online, easy kind of. Bigger supermarkets, you'll find it. We saw it in Asda the other day. Sainsbury's and Tesco's. I've known them to have it.
It's a bit more expensive, isn't it? I can't wait till the price of that comes down. It's my favourite thing out of all the legumes and tofu and all that. I love tempeh. It's really nice, isn't it? Like breaking it up into little bits, cooking it with some smoked paprika and tamari, making it like little bacony little bites.
Big bits. Andre, Better Book for Diabetes, in my opinion, is Mastering Diabetes by Robbie and Cyrus. I've not read that. They're great, aren't they? Those two. I'll follow them on the gram. Violet Gray, what do you think of that vegan teacher? Never looked at her stuff. She don't sound like someone I'd particularly enjoy, though. You're not really a TikToker, are you?
I don't know. No.
Matty R's in the house. Pseudonymous, thank you for your kind words. Top of the Munch, evening, Hench and Gemma. I love that brown leather jacket you wore on the thumbnail. Yeah, it was very 80s TV shop there. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, that was a kind gift. Vegan Leather USA is the company, if anyone's interested. So they were selling them for like $300 odd. Since the COVID thing, they've brought the price right down to about $80 or something. And they're good quality as well. Yeah, it was really nice. One of ours had to be put down on Wednesday as well.
I'm really sorry to hear that also.
Thanks for buying our cookbook though, bless you. Making the first one tomorrow. If you happen to, any of you guys, if you happen to post anything on the gram from our cookbooks, please tag us because we really do love to see it. Warms me cockles.
And let's have some love hearts, can we, as well, for Matty?
Yeah.
In the chat.
Eat Plants is in the Hangout. Everyone's been really lovely. Andre, I just ordered everything I need to start spraying. Starting with broccoli sprats. Good choice. Yeah, they nearly made my top 5 of vegan whole foods just now. Great for sulforaphane, aren't they? Oh, Dr. Glitter said the highest antioxidant load per dollar be arrow. Yeah, I imagine they would, right? I'll have to try and remember that. I normally just spout off about red cabbage.
You normally call it cabbage.
Oh, we were talking about the fruit thing, and Michael's in the chat. Selection box on root, fresh papaya is in there.
Oh, it's my favourite.
Yes.
That would have been my 6th favourite choice.
Michael, shout out your new company on Instagram. We'll get everyone to follow. Let me have a look in case he's not still in there.
How nice to be able to get some lovely exotic different fruits at Whole Foods this time of year. Just in the typical shops, you just can't really get anything good.
Exoticfruits.uk. Exoticfruits.uk. Do follow my good friend Michael. He rocks. Right. How would I start, brother? What do you do for workouts daily? Just sort of fill me in on the rest. I guess I've missed some previous stuff that you said, Reese. But workouts. Currently, I'm alternating cycling, mostly hill sprints. So sets of interval training with sort of an upper body weight training routine, and kind of calisthenics is press ups and pull ups in there because I don't have much equipment. Normally I train at a gym, and normally I'm doing a bodybuilding protocol 5 days a week, basically. So I'm just trying to tick over at the minute, not lose too much mass. Probably just not pills. Is it cold in our area?
I think so. I mean,
It's pretty cold.
Yeah, we've had the heating on a lot, haven't we? Lot, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 1 to 4 degrees, would you say, like roughly?
I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. So the munch. The trouble with finding vegan meat substitutes can make one seethe with rage or lose their temper. Temper. I like it. Exotic fruits are selling amla, which I hear is great for diabetes. It's great for a lot of things. It's the powder is the most antioxidant-rich food in the world. I guess you could, because they're quite woody, aren't they? But I guess you could just throw 1 or 2 into a big old smoothie. Maybe we should try that. Really high in vitamin C as well, amla. Thank you. I'll take you on the gram once it's done. Brilliant. Can't wait to see that. Thor, maybe it's an obvious question, but have you already covered... No, you've already covered what are your macro distributions, and do you think it matters in terms of gaining lean muscle? Well, to a point it does, but I think it's very overstated. I think the main thing is obviously the right amount of calories, so you're not like overdoing. Adequate protein. So if you're trying to gain lean muscle, if you're eating at maintenance and you're trying to recomp, so you're building a bit of muscle and burning a bit of fat, then about 2 grams of protein per kilo of leanish body weight would be probably, you wouldn't, it would be more optimal. If you're in a caloric surplus, you can go lower, 1.62 grams of protein per kilo of leanish body weight, and you can still, you wouldn't need more than that if you're in a caloric surplus. And then other than that, I like to go lower fat, like ideally 10-15% of calories from the perspective of optimal health. Of course, if you're a larger strength or physique athlete, sometimes you can't eat enough calories and it's easier to eat higher fat. So I certainly do. I probably eat about 25% of my calories from fats, and that just helps me to get them all in there. I think that camera's slightly...
Oh yeah.
Let me just put that right. Sorry guys, I've gone a bit blurry because I raised my arm too high. That terrible thing.
How dare you raise your arm?
Right, there we go. That's done that. So yeah, but people say like 20, 40, 40 or all these specific like numbers. I think that's a load of BS. Like we don't need certain ratios, I think what I really think is, instead of thinking in terms of macros, other than those couple of rules I said about like enough protein and not going too high in fats, when you go higher in carbs, like you give yourself more like glycogen, you look better, like you're bigger, you volumize your muscles, you have more endurance. I think it's our species specific. Well, it is. I'll put my life on it. It's our species specific preferred fuel sources to go really high carb. I think that's the main thing. And rather than thinking too much about, oh no, I must have exactly this amount of macros, these percentages, like it don't really make any odds in my experience. But what does make the odds is getting all your nutrients in. So I think in terms of, right, I must eat legumes, whole grains, fruits, veggies, nuts, seeds, herbs and spices, and I'll get my micronutrients in, because if you're short on zinc, if you're short on like total fats, well, that's different, isn't it? I'm just thinking in terms of, if you've not got enough zinc and not enough fats as like a substrate, you're not going to make enough hormones like testosterone and things. Micro food types and micronutrients is more what I actually focus on. Mitch is in the house. Hey Paul, Gemma, love the background. First time catching the bit. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for joining again. Zenith, what's your thoughts on the Liberation Pledge? Is it a vital way to make vegans more widespread?
It's just the idea that you don't eat with people who are eating animals.
Yeah.
You just refuse to eat with them.
Yeah. Well, we didn't do that pledge, but we've chosen to do that. But it can backfire, and then like you can't be a good influence on people if they can't see and smell and taste your food.
And you can't have a conversation and stuff.
And you can often cause arguments. So we're actually doing it, but without doing it. But in a way, I think sometimes you're sort of shooting yourself in the foot, to be honest. Harry Potter's head is here. I wonder where the rest of him is. Purple Pip Up, I'm doing a charity challenge to do 2,800 sit-ups in February. Do you have any tips? Make sure that you're really fit in the core ahead of time so that you don't have to kill yourself and possibly fail. Yeah, it's really, it's in the preparation. You should build up to these things. If someone's never done a sit-up in their life, to take on a challenge like that would be bonkers. So hopefully you've got a good, at least a reasonable degree of core fitness. But yeah, it's really anything like that. It's in the preparation. So it's probably a bit too. I mean, you got a couple of days to do a few, haven't you? Yeah. Other than that, there's not a whole lot to say, really. Perhaps, like, if you're doing, like, sets, which obviously you will be doing some sets, don't go too close to failure in each set. Like, keep plenty in the tank. Wait till you're recovered before you do your next. Like, that's the most useful tip I can give you at this late stage. Luke Rimmer, what's your thoughts on ketosis? Survival mechanism? It's a survival mechanism, and so it's good that we can do that. But do you want to survive or do you want to thrive? And to thrive is really the high carbohydrate foods for sure. Timo, do you still do nutrition research and find new things to try to add to your diet? Yeah, I ingest all the kind of podcasts and videos and listen to all the plant-based doctors. Yeah. Protestant Peels, have you ever tried golden kiwi? I haven't. I'm hoping maybe Michael, I saw on his exoticfruits.uk page that he had some golden kiwi on there. So fingers crossed he might have got us one or two. Yeah, they look good, and you can eat the skins more easily of those because they're smooth. I actually get a bit of if I get one of those kind of hairs in my mouth, I find it irritating. I think I'm allergic to the hairs or something. Not the kiwi itself, but the hairs. But you're allergic to the actual kiwis, aren't you?
I had a few of them, didn't I, a few years back, and all my throat all swelled up. That was scary.
Yeah. It's the Barbers in the house. Good to see you again, my friend. And Robert Pacino. What about B12? I was just speaking with someone who stated that there's no vegan alternative to feeding tubes when you can't eat in hospital. Is this true? I wouldn't know, I'm afraid. If it is, would you take a feeding tube? Well, yeah, rather than die, yes, I would. If that's a thing, even. I don't like hospital food anyway. They ain't got a bloody clue. Nick is in the house. No, I didn't watch the UFC fight.
Oh, if Mooncat's still here, speaking of watching things, so I've signed up to the Channel 4 online thing that you said where we could watch your show that you were in, but I can't remember the name of the show and it's not on the home page.
Lose Weight Like Me, I think it's called.
Oh, great. Okay, I should have asked you.
Yeah, let's give that a look tonight.
If no one's seen that, Vegan Mooncat was in a show.
He's famous.
About losing weight, and he was talking about doing it with a whole foods plant-based diet, and it was received well, he said, on the show.
He's famous.
So check that out. Yeah.
He's infamous. Stains in the house. Mark Crossy's complaining about the state of fruit, little sweetness. You're in Ireland, aren't you, Mark, I think? It can be hard to get really good, particularly like the exotic, like tropical fruits that are... Because obviously, oftentimes they have to pick them before they're ripe, don't they? So they never ripen properly, sort of over here. Raw cookie jar. How much protein do you eat a day? 200 grams. and I'm about 100 kilos odd. Yeah. Yep. Vern Cochrane, hey, I've gained about 8 kilos, maybe 5 kilos of muscle. I'm wondering how much I could gain in a month now. I'm still newbie gain territory. I want to gain around 9 kilos. It's really hard to put numbers on things, to be honest. Yeah, it's really hard to say. Pass. The thing is, if you don't eat enough, then like you sort of retard your progress. If you eat too much, then you put a load of slop on, which you have to diet off later, and then oftentimes lose some of your muscle as well. So I wouldn't be in a rush. I really wouldn't be in a rush. Having said that, I always have been in the past. It's only sort of in more recent years, well, the last sort of year or so, that I've been eating kind of anything like maintenance calories. But I look back now and I regret it. Yeah, I wish I'd have done it a lot slower.
Andre's just bought a cookbook.
Oh, he's nice,
Very
isn't he?
kind, thank you, Andre.
Oh, you should have said we would have given you that for the help you've been giving us, bless you.
It's very kind.
And thank you. Staines enjoying higher carbs, good man. Top of the munch. Question, what's your thoughts on using a kettlebell? Well, if you're doing functional type exercises, brilliant. I'm thinking of buying one. What weight would you suggest to start with? You'd need a range of them, really. You'd need a range. Because, your different exercises you're gonna be in different levels of strength. Do you know what I mean? You don't do these with a kettlebell exactly, but like a barbell squat versus like a barbell curl, there's going to be a lot more weight on your shoulders for a squat versus what your biceps can do. So ideally you need a range. It's quite a technical bit of equipment, a kettlebell. I think if you've not been trained in there, I mean, you can kind of learn yourself if you've got good body awareness, but that's more movement versus, you're training a movement versus training like isolating a muscle like a bodybuilder does. So it's a bit more complicated. I would suggest getting a bit of training personally in that. Dennis, how have you converted someone to vegan in a single meal? I want to see your food, put aside food and go vegan. I ask because I've taken the pledge, I've kept numbers. It's effective. Wow. I mean, you're not necessarily trying to convert people at one instance. It's, it's seed planting. People need to get loads of little experiences and, see little bits of stuff here and there and try things. Lorraine, I haven't tried it yet, but what was the best way to prep a mango? It's so messy. I usually use a knife. I think about using a peeler.
I've got a video, really old one, years
with a
old.
cup.
Yeah, really old video on the channel. Look it up. You sort of slice it down close to the stone, so the stone's like this way. You slice down it, and then you get the bit, and you sort of, so how do I explain? You get it in the cup, and you sort of push it through. I'm not explaining it at all.
You take the skin off of the cup.
Yeah, it's really, you do it in like 2 seconds.
You got the cup, you got your mango, and you just push the skin with the flesh on the inside of the cup.
Yeah,
boom.
Pop it out. That's how we do it.
Purple Pipbot's been preparing herself for it, so yeah, that's it really. That's the main thing. And then, had you not have done that, like, depending on how fit you are, like in the core or whatever, sort of good luck. Do you know what I mean? It's you need to prep for things. We need to condition the body for what's to come. Lorraine's missing a cat, Poppy. Bless you, love to cowboy. Thank you. Purple Pipbot, would you recommend using an ab mat? Yeah, it's good to have a bit of protection for like your spine and whatnot. Yeah. Peas Ponderings is in the house. I suspect some great questions are going to be coming along at any time. Nice to see you. And MK Perennial, all the faves. Andre, thanks for giving us your blow. Luca, if you are competing and you are losing something, how to overcome this feeling of shame? That sounds like your wheelhouse.
Yeah, I read that and I was thinking, if you're like losing at something, that reminds me like that we sort of learn that our value is based on what we do and our performance and not who we are, like as people. Yeah, so I'd work on like self-worth, and that is kind of quite an abstract thing. Like, well, how do you work on that? If I was you, I would look up Teal Swan self-worth, or even the word shame also actually, on the tubes. And she will just have like one video, like 10 minutes or something, and it's packed, just jam-packed with the best tips and advice to overcome these specific types of things. She dives deep into like what kind of patterns set this sort of these feelings and like a core self-concept of shame or whatever. She'll explain how does that get set up in childhood, like, so you can understand it and see it like, oh, okay, this might be how I've become like this, okay, that makes sense, and then leads you into what practical steps of what to do about it. So it's not an abstract thing that's hard to, oh, you should just love yourself. No, she's really exact with step by step how to do it, the work to do. And I'm using the word work, but I don't mean like work as such, but some of these things, they do take some focus and some time, but if you sit down for like an hour and you do like a written thing she's talking about, or you go inwards, or like whatever, that can change the way that you forever react in that certain situation. So it's like well worth doing the exercises and the things she suggests, because I know personally for me, like some of her exercises have changed my life completely. So I highly recommend looking her up.
I don't know if this is something, but it depends what you're talking about. But like, someone's got to these, and like, not necessarily that you should feel shame around something. But obviously, if you are feeling it, you're feeling it. But I was just going to say, I did a great response to a troll earlier today. They didn't like my Brian Shaw video, and they said he's like a world champion, like, what have you ever done? So I didn't play his game. I said, oh, I've saved thousands of lives. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can get your self-worth from lots of different places, and I don't know if that's something or not, if it's any good to you in your current position. So if like you're losing, it's like, what are you making that mean that you're losing? What are you making that mean, like that you're worthless? Or I like saw this pattern that I had recently, like I was doing this course and I saw that I was being really hard on myself, and I had to be like the best in the class, not because I wanted to be better at it than everyone else, but if I wasn't the best one, then I was worthless. Like, it was only if I was the best one that I was good enough. And I saw that, I was like, wow, like that, what a height I have to hit in order to be worthy, like we can be so hard on ourselves. So that pattern comes from somewhere. It's about learning where that comes from, maybe doing some inner child work or counselling, or like I said, Teal Swan video. It's just really looking at things. But it's great that you've recognised that pattern, that's sometimes just the recognising of how you're feeling and being with yourself or whatever. That's like the biggest part, I think, is actually seeing it and acknowledging it, and then wanting to things to be different, I hope something there was helpful. Shelby Deek, what do you got to do with tahini? I don't know exactly what to do. We put it on everything. I like it as a salad dressing.
Slather it on yourself, man.
Oh, yeah.
Dressings mostly, isn't it?
Dressings.
Just drizzle it straight on top of any meal.
Yeah, I'll put it on Fri. That's lovely. An ingredient in... what else do we use it as an ingredient in?
Like sauces and things?
Yeah, it's mostly sauces, isn't it? It's just a great way to, make... If you've got some dry kind of veggies and things, it's just a nice... Add like an acid or something like citrus juice or apple cider vinegar. Yeah, makes great dressing without using oil.
My favourite thing, sort of dressing type thing to make is, so like you said, an acid, the tahini, like maybe some nutritional yeast, some onion powder, garlic, make it like cheesy. Pour that on some cooked cauliflower, God to hell, or just any vegetables or whatever you're having, or mix it in like a salad or on a Buddha bowl. Just
get it in you. Petey's Ponderings, here we go. Hey Paul and Gemma, if you could choose to make either the Earth's atmosphere perfect for humans forever or make Mars Earth-like, which would you choose and why? He's always got great questions.
I'd go for the Mars one, because then at least we've got a backup planet if we truly like ruin this one. But
Peter's saying that this planet would be perfect for humans forever.
Sure, but then if we had like Mars, but then we all get our act together on this planet and don't F it up, then we've got 2 planets.
Nice. And I would stick all the bad, naughty people on Mars, so I don't have to put up with them trolling me on videos.
Oh, and I just thought of another tahini-related recipe. Sorry to go back to that. In our cookbook, we've got some raspberry tahini and carob brownies. The sexiest brownies, so tasty. Really great, unique flavour. We did a recipe video recently on the channel, so if you want to put that into something sweet, check that out.
What's happened? Thor, please debunk this guy. Load of something, scientific evidence. Why is he trying to promote me for dietary environment? Who are you talking about, Thor Scandinavia? Who are you talking about? I do not know. Mattia, can you suggest exercise that I could do at my desk? I think your cookbook might tip it for my wife. Nice.
Lovely.
Exercises you can do at your desk. Box jumps onto your desk. Press ups with your feet on your desk. Tricep dips with your bum towards your desk and facing the other way and your feet on your chair. And you can do row, you can get under your desk and pull yourself up to your desk, recline row. Boom!
Could you do calf raises under the... No, you need weight, don't you? You could stand up and do calf raises. I tried to help.
Right. Oh, what was this message? I think this message was confused, wasn't it?
I just thought that he kept going on about it, so I didn't want it no more. I don't know, but I didn't think you'd want it. Have a look.
Right. I'm a bit confused. Liberation pledge, that's when you say that you won't sit with meat eaters, isn't it?
Apparently that's what the website said, yeah.
So what's that got to do with people taking the pledge and then actually having a full vegan meal in that exact day and magically going vegan? I don't know what you're on about. I've got no clue. I think they're confused.
I'm confused for sure.
Anyway, whatever. Fighting for animals, I still don't get the liberation pledge, just sets us apart. I think we can achieve more by eating more boss food around kindness so they can see it. You don't have to be weird to be vegan. This is true. Purple Pip Love loves our snazzy merch. Thanks, lovely.
Thank you.
Eat plants, debunk, Flav City.
Flav City.
What's that then?
Yeah, please let us know if there's people that we've not really heard of or whatever, if you want them debunking by this one.
Flav City.
It's always good to hear of new people, isn't it?
Oh, with Bobby Parish.
He's got a lot of subs, so it would be a good person to go after.
Debunker. He looks like a cooking channel. I don't know if you can debunk cooking as such. Unless he's making claims about the health
everything you
aspect.
need to know about eggs, so there you go. That's
okay. So maybe...
Keto meal prep and recipes.
Oh, he's a keto guy, wasn't he? I was going to say bellend, but you shouldn't call people a bellend.
Why do you do it then? Yeah, thanks for that. I'll look into it.
Basically, I told a friend once he was trying vegan watermelon and he paused with caution for a minute. I came to run deep, didn't they, Jess?
What's wrong with people?
I don't know how you eat vegan food. Well, if you're just eating meat, eggs and fish, I'll be quite shocked. Hungry vegan Mexicans in the house, good to see you. Tarik. What are your thoughts on stem cell therapy? I've got absolutely no idea. Never looked into it. A relative of mine got his knees done and is running again after doctors told her she would have to get replacements. In that case, it sounds great. MK7 their first scan on Thursday. Good luck.
Oh, Fighting for Animals is saying someone else we should debunk and look up, so I will make a note of that. Todd Grandes. Thank you.
What is this person going on about? The vegan... what is it? Liberation Pledge. Isn't it?
On my nerves now. You've told us about it. Great, thank you.
Isn't it that you just say you won't sit with people who eat animals? Publicly refuse to eat with animals. Live vegan. How are you going to get a non-vegan to suddenly refuse to sit with people who don't eat animals and just eat vegan? What are you on about? You seem like a complete bellend. Do one.
Oh, God.
What a dick splash.
Oh, you can't say that.
I can. They're gone now. Why are people... Oh, Jesus Christ, Blair.
She went mad.
Fighting Animals. For defunct Todd Grande's video on that vegan teacher not to defend her but to make some misinformation. So it's about veganism. It's a smart fella, and he may be receptive to your approach. I'll have a look. I didn't really want to get involved with the vegan teacher because she didn't seem like my sort of person.
Oh, I recognise her. She's a bit crazy, isn't she, that one?
Yeah, I think she's meant to be a bit of a mentalist.
Okay.
But I'll have a look at his video or whatever. Thanks, Thought. MK Perinatal, are you watching true crime? Random question, no. Lol. No, we don't have a TV.
We watch things on Netflix.
Oh yeah, if it's a Netflix series or whatever.
We used to watch more like kind of crime-based sort of thing. Well, we used to watch a lot more things, didn't we? But not so much now.
No. Elise Hastings, how do you feel about cannabis use? Each to their own, as long as they're not hurting anyone. Do you think it should be illegalised? Yeah.
I think I do.
Yeah, I think it's a bit bonkers to tell someone, like more to the point, like something like, like a hallucinogenic mushroom. I mean, you need to be careful around these things, but, things that can expand your consciousness and that you're choosing to do with your own body and your own consciousness, how can anyone have a say in that?
Especially when alcohol's legal.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes me mad.
That is exactly what I was then going to say. It's
weed
bullshit.
kills much less people than alcohol. I mean, people don't really tend to die of weed, do they? Like ever. I'm not going to say no one ever has, but, it's not so much a thing. But people die of alcohol all the time. However many people every day. Yeah. Legalise it.
Legalise it. Right. I think we've done it, mate.
Richard Burnham was laughing because he said dick smash.
Guys, we better go and do some other things. But we love you very much. Thank you for hanging out with us. We'll be back on Moon Day. What day is it? No, it's Monday today, isn't it?
Friday.
Is it?
No, it's Monday.
It's
We're
Monday.
back on Friday.
We'll be back on Friday. You can tell when you work for yourself and every day just merges into the next one. Thanks, moderators, for keeping us troll-free. Thanks for the super chats, keeping the beans on our toast.
The wolves from the door.
And the cameras rolling. What else? If you're new here, we'd love you to become part of the Hench Herbivore community. You can do that by hitting the subscribe button, clicking the bell icon. Not the bell end icon like that last guy who was kept going on about the Liberation Pledge and didn't seem to understand what it was. And
I've got one last thing to say.
Yeah.
You don't win friends with salad. You don't win friends with salad. Take that to the bank and smoke it.
Smoke it. What else do we have to say?
Follow us on the gram.
Follow us on the gram. It's up there now. Hench_Herbivore. Gemma _Herbivore. Cowboy _Herbivore. She's got her own account.
112 followers.
She's got more followers than I have. What else have we got to say?
She's so cute.
She rocks. Oh, cookbooks are still half price for the rest of January.
Yeah, like about
They're well good.
a week to go.
And that's it.
That's all you're getting today.
That's all you're getting. We love you very much. Thank you for hanging out, guys.
Yeah.
Cowboys stirring. We'll see you Friday, I hope. It's good night from me.
Good night from me.
Good night.